Between Sessions handles a variety of mental health and sexual issues using adult language. Listen at your own risk. Hello and welcome to Between Sessions. I'm Shauna Wilder, licensed professional counselor and certified holistic sex therapist. And I know what you're thinking, but no, I didn't have the best sex ever last night. And with me as always is Sid, the producer. Hi, Sid.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Oh, how's it going today?
Oh, it's a long day.
The last episode almost killed me.
Really?
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
There was a lot of talk about underwear and
A lot of stuff.
very strange. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it.
Go back and watch Magic number 5.
Magic number 5. That's the one we're going with today.
All right. So hopefully a little bit on the cooler side today. I don't know.
A little more mature.
No promises.
Not nearly as immature. We're not going with elementary humor this week.
All right.
Luckily.
Okay.
It's the luck of the draw. Who calls in is who we get. We
That's very
don't
true.
get to make the decisions on this.
And you can be on the show too if you want. 682-422-7732. That's 682-422-7732. Leave us a message, ask a question, and you can be on the show.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just leave the message and we'll play it with or without your name, depending on how you want to do it.
So what do we have up today?
Today, we're going to go with 2 phone calls and 1 message that I just could not ignore from the draw. And thank you very much for participating.
Yes.
So I want to go ahead and get to the first one we're going to do is going to be the message.
Okay.
So we can get that out of the way. And then we'll do some live conversations because, you know, we love the lives.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. So today, first off, we're going to start with Mina.
Okay.
And Mina has sex questions.
Oh,
Obviously.
wonderful. Let's hear from Mina.
Hi, my name's Nina. I am 25 and love the show, by the way. So recently I was having a conversation with some of my friends about sex, and the common theme that kind of came up was how much they enjoy, like, really deep, hard penetration, like to the point where their partner is hitting their cervix, and they described it as like the best kind of sex. For me, though, like that kind of depth causes really intense pain. It's not like a good pain. It feels like period cramps turned up to like 400. It's this deep, aching, throbbing pressure that knocks the wind out of me, and I have to curl up in a ball, and sometimes I can't even stand properly afterwards.
God damn.
It feels like my entire lower abdomen is being squeezed from the inside.
Yikes.
And I've had sex and used toys, but anything that goes past like 5 or 6 inches can trigger that pain. I don't remember it happening a few years ago, but in the last year, it's become more frequent. And so I just kind of wondered, like, is that normal? Do some people just not tolerate deep penetration well? Is it just me?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to feel like, you know, something might, like, it's hard not to feel like something might be wrong. Anyway, that's my question, and love the show, and thanks for everything you do.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
That was a big one.
Bad pun. That was terrible.
You're welcome.
Okay. So first of all, yeah, different strokes for different folks, man. Literally.
Yeah.
Not everybody's built the same. Not everybody's body feels nice about the same things. One person can like something that the other person doesn't like, or it hurts them or whatever. Also, like anybody who's ever, gone in for their yearly checkup or something like that, like sometimes the doctor will tell you like it's hard to find your cervix. Some people, it's very easy to find. So yeah, on the inside, we kind of have all of that other stuff in somewhat different places for each other. Also, it could be the case, I don't know, she's 25, but some of her friends might have also had like pregnancies before. Some of that might be a little bit less sensitive maybe than her.
Does that make an effect?
It can. It can definitely change the way that your body feels.
It's interesting.
Of course, they could have always just been that way from the start. Like there are some girls that the first time that they have sex, they'll bleed. Sometimes they don't, so everybody's a little bit different inside. And what one person likes is not necessarily going to be something that the other person likes. And this is something that men have always known and kind of been infuriated about, because it's like, it doesn't make it easy to like transfer skills from one female to another. We're all unique little snowflakes.
Everybody's a combination.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm sure it's difficult to hear your friends like speak so glowingly about a sexual act that you don't like. However, I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong with you. The only thing that gives me a little bit of a pause is that she says that I don't remember this happening a few years ago and that it's kind of become more frequent. So my question would be, do you have a different sexual partner that's trying different things? Have you checked with your doctor to see if anything's moved around or changed, or if I'm having any kind of like any of the pelvic pain issues or something like that? That would be the only thing that I might want to check for.
So like the new sexual partner situation is, people don't talk about it enough, that like your cervix moves out of the way when you're turned on. Usually when you're coming across issues where you're having pain in your cervix is because it's a little premature.
Yeah.
Which is pretty standard.
Yeah.
Or your friends could also have a partner that isn't as endowed as your current partner.
That's very true.
And that can make a world of difference.
Yeah. Or they may have been slowly building up to that kind of like interaction, whereas she hasn't.
Right. What if they're in long-term relationships? They've been with the same guy for 6 years. It's
very
just,
different.
Yeah,
thing.
It's a whole different thing.
I know. So, I wouldn't say that there's anything wrong with you, sweetheart. Unless, like I said, if you want to get checked out by a doctor just to make sure everything's okay, like that's never a bad idea, but I'm not hearing anything here that says like, there's clearly something wrong with you versus your friends.
Isn't like a medical emergency she needs to worry about right now.
No. And the biggest question would be like, is this then getting in the way of the sex that you want to be having?
Right. Are you having the sex that you want to be having?
Exactly.
Is also the question.
If you're happy with the sex that you're having, great, mazel tov. There's nothing else we need to do with that. But if it's just you're comparing your experiences to your friends' experiences and then thinking like, well, why don't I like that? Like, maybe that's not a very useful line of inquiry.
Right. If they like apples, you like oranges. If it doesn't line up, it doesn't line up.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that can happen with partners, with friends. That can happen all the things.
That's very true.
You're not crazy. Your feelings are very valid and happen to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, too, what you were saying about like, if it's premature or something like that, she may have now, hearing how she describes it, and I'm not saying she wasn't actually experiencing pain, okay? But the fact that she experienced pain from a certain type of intercourse, her brain has now connected those dots.
Oh.
And so she might now just be in this like reactive fear place also.
If it happening one time and now she doesn't want it to happen again.
Yeah. And so the lead up to it,
right,
she might be kind of like pulling back short of like, well, I don't want to go too fast, too deep or something like that, because I know it will hurt.
Yeah, you might have to just retrain your brain again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's work, but it's not a doomed situation.
It's also something that you need a very communicative and caring partner for.
Understanding, for sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's very tough. Sorry, Mina.
Oh, no, she's sweet. Good.
But
she's good to ask.
You're not lost in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing just what you need to do. And thanks for reaching out and asking the question that a lot of people probably do need to ask, but won't.
Can you imagine? Like, think about all the times where you've heard something from friends and you're like, am I weird that I don't like that? Or they're doing something else and I'm not doing it? Does that make me bad or does that make me weird?
I'm the opposite. I'm the one who's like, you guys are all weird. I don't
because you're not doing it.
Like, that's never even occurred to me. Like, that's not even on my brain.
I don't know what any of that is that you're doing.
I appreciate that you found what you like.
I'm just going to let you have that over there, and that's okay.
And you're out at the bars, you hear somebody saying, oh, I want this thing, or like you start the community, you start the flirting, and you're like, that's not me. Let me introduce you to Bob. Bob's the one over here for you.
I know Bob for a long time. He's real weird. Let me show you.
Bob's into it. He loves it.
All right. Quick shout out to Ritual Hair Co. in Dallas for keeping us camera ready and feeling human. Look, self-care isn't just a pretty face mask or a bubble bath. Sometimes it's letting a professional make you look like the best version of yourself, the one that has their life together. The team there gets that, and they've been taking care of us behind the scenes this whole time. If you're in the Dallas area, mention Between Sessions when you book, and they'll hook you up. Details in the description. All right. So who's up next?
All right. So now we have a live call from Chris. He has some questions. He is struggling with a kink.
Oh.
And he seems that you would be the perfect one.
Okay. Great. Hi, Chris. How can I help?
Hi. So basically, my girlfriend is wanting to explore kink, but honestly, it's starting to feel like abuse. She brought it up a few months ago, and I wasn't exactly receptive, but she insisted it was the only way she could enjoy sex.
Ooh.
At first, it was just her being on top, and then the choking started.
Jesus.
Finally, tonight, though, we got into an argument at work because she wanted to do an easier cleaning task, and I took it from her. When we went to go to bed that night, she told me she wanted to blindfold me. That was new, but I accepted. After I was in position, she started calling me a bitch, and she said she wanted to hit me, but wouldn't because she loved me. It was all very weird, and I started zoning out to get through it, but I feel like she just hates me at this point and is using kink as an excuse.
Oh.
Also, I should mention that we've been together for 4 years.
Wow.
Holy Moses. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So all of this sounds super rough that you're going through right now. The way that you're talking about this, I'm going to guess that you two didn't sit down and have a discussion about like what we're willing to try and what we're not willing to try. Is that correct?
Not too thoroughly, no.
Okay. So when she said she wanted to start trying kink, you didn't say, okay, here's what I will do and what I will not do, right?
Yeah, we didn't have, I guess, too great of a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because to me, this doesn't sound like kink. That would make the difference there is that if we had a conversation about boundaries, what we're curious about, hard limits, things like that, I would say that's more along the lines of kink. This just sounds like,
where's the consent?
Yeah.
This just sounds like
it's not very informed consent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, because you also said like, oh, she just like started choking you and just kind of started blindfolding you.
Has that ever been something you guys had explored in your relationship? Like, had you ever tried to choke her?
No, yeah. So it really caught me off guard.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I just want to say, you saying it's starting to feel like she just hates me. It's also not kink when somebody does something to you in a punitive way after an argument. Like you can't really go into a kink situation where there's a power differential when there's kind of like bad energy between the two of you. Like that's not how we resolve things. That's not healthy. Okay. I would also say that there's probably, like most of these calls that we get, there's probably a lot more reasons other than just this thing that we're talking about that you're starting to think like maybe she's actually not wanting to be in a relationship with me.
Right. Is she using this as a skill to push you away? Or
something that she's using to try to like stay engaged with the relationship when she doesn't actually want to be there. So I guess my question would be like, you need to ask yourself, like, do you feel loved and appreciated in other ways in the relationship?
Right. Does she support you after the kink?
Yeah, in all the other ways.
How's the aftercare? Is it?
I don't even know that this woman knows what aftercare is. Like, it just sounds like.
I don't think she knows what kink is.
I don't think she does either. This is rough, man. But I should say this, like, I know you've been together 4 years. It sounds like, you at least work together. I don't know if y'all live together. Do you live together?
We do.
Okay. That can make it really hard. But if you're looking at the rest of the relationship and you're like, yeah, I just don't know that she's really invested, or she's been treating me like hella mean in a bunch of other ways, this might be time for y'all to hit up some therapy. It might be time to have some deep talks about where are we going? What the hell is this? I don't really like how you're treating me. And I'm just going to give a big shout out to say that a lot of times as a male, you're not going to feel like you can have boundaries with sex. You feel like you have to just be a fuck robot all the time, like just ready to go and do anything all the time. But you can have boundaries. You can say, I don't want to be choked. I don't want to be blindfolded. That does not feel sexy or good to me. And that's okay. And a good relationship should make room for that. Right?
But that starts with communication.
It does. So Yeah, man. I think you may be right. She may just not like you too much right about now. But I would say this, you at least have a problem that you're having sex that you don't want, and you need to talk about that, as well as what the fuck is up with our relationship.
Yeah, maybe take a break from the sex until you can kind of figure out your relationship.
And if you and also if you take a break from the relationship or from the sex and the relationship goes to hell in a handbasket, then you kind of know.
You got your answer.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm sorry you're going through that, man. I feel for you.
Yeah, buddy, that's tough.
Yeah,
it's not healthy.
Yeah, I appreciate all you guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate you calling in.
And I am real kink affirming, but I don't think this is it, man. So
it all starts with the consent.
All right.
Okay, good luck, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know if we could have dug much deeper on that. We probably wouldn't be able to broadcast.
No, that's a lot. That's exactly.
I'm like, no, that's a criminal offense. Just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Without consent, it is not kink.
I caught my cousin like that one time.
In what way? Abusing someone?
No. So years ago. No. Years ago, my cousin was she was engaged.
Allegedly.
She was going to get married.
Uh-huh.
And I went to her house and we were like meeting at her house before we were going to go wedding dress shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, okay, well, I got to change clothes. So she goes and she changes clothes and she lifts her shirt up over her head. So like her arm was exposed right here.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a big bruise right in the soft meat right there. And I went, what is that? Because that's not a place you really...
Like someone should say, right.
And she immediately just like her whole face like shut down and she looked like ashamed. And she goes, oh yeah, he did that to me. And I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, well, lately he can't come if he doesn't hurt me when we have sex. So he bit her.
That's a no.
He
in
had
the soft meat.
He had her arms pinned down and he bit her there and like yeah.
Oh,
and I was
pain.
like, honey, I don't think you're okay.
And you're about to go wedding dress shopping?
You're in danger, girl. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I would rather you find out before you went wedding dress shopping than after.
Yeah. But that didn't stop her. And no. Yeah. It fell apart before. Well, actually, no, they did actually get married. No, wait. I don't remember. Anyways, but it turned out that he had been having an 8-year affair with a
colleague,
a transsexual sex worker.
I hope that I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
I hope it was worth it. Good
it
for him.
was a multi-layered shit show.
Yeah,
Let's put it that
100%.
way.
Just keep digging and it keeps coming up. You're looking for the pearl, you're never going to find it.
And it was bad. Okay.
And that is how the world
And that's
works.
how the cookie crumbles, folks. If this podcast helps, but you want guidance you can use tonight, join our sex therapy community on School. You'll get bite-sized lessons, conversation scripts, and weekly live Q&As where we'll work through real situations together. You don't have to do this alone. There's a whole community of people figuring out with you. Link in the notes to our community.
All right, so next on the line, we've got Scott. And Scott has a question about cougars.
Oh.
And not the pumas.
All right.
All right, Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing
today? Awesome, great. What's your question?
Oh, I'm okay. So yeah, I'm 25, recently been on a series of dates with a 41-year-old woman.
Oh.
She's been awesome. We've gone painting, dining, we've done beach dates. We're gearing up to go bungee jumping to do something a bit more adventurous.
Congratulations.
Okay.
But I've been having an uneasy feeling about her recently after recalling some conversations.
Oh.
She says she'll only date younger guys and now wants to explore the possibility of a romantic relationship together.
Okay.
She's also divorced. She has a daughter, and that kind of has me up at night thinking, why does she want someone in their 20s?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, and I've never had any children of my own. I haven't even had a girlfriend before this. So
Nice.
Needless to say, while I like her a lot, there's a small part of me that questions her intentions. Could y'all please tell me, why would a woman her age want to choose someone my age given her situation? And could it be like a distraction from her past or something else?
Oh.
Scott, you're moving into the big leagues, buddy. You're going from like high school to the NFL.
You went from 0 to 60, man. Like no bitches to like advanced bitchery here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It feels like it. Yeah, my league.
That's great. Okay.
Wow.
So, okay. So first of all, she's divorced. She has a daughter. Well, one, it's good that she's divorced before y'all have a relationship, so that's nice. I'll take that as a positive. But so you're wondering, why would she possibly want to be with somebody in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So first of all, what are the bad options? The bad options are she just wants to have like sex all the time with a young hot dude. Like I guess we could call that bad, right? But it's probably like the most surface level of reasons.
Right.
Right.
There's so many reasons.
First of all, have you seen men in their 40s? Like, not a lot of them are great. So her dating pool
I'm
is
offended.
a little bit different. Okay. You can be offended over there. That's fine. It's fine. But so the one reason could be just like very, very superficial, right? Next reason could be like some actual stuff. Okay. And you said like, could she maybe just like, could you just be a distraction, or like just kind of like, you know, a happy relationship versus the bad one she's been in? Yeah, very likely. There's a lot of people out there who will go from a crap relationship to one that feels very good.
Couldn't it be to a point that they feel like because they've been in a bad relationship for so long that they've missed out?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, sure. I didn't go to college. I always wanted to go to college.
I think it's a very natural process for somebody to go through one relationship and go, okay, well, I didn't like any of that. What do I want to experience instead? Right? And so she's looking at all of the things that happened in the marriage going, okay, I don't want that guy ever again. So let's just veer to the other direction.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess what a 40-year-old woman would want with a 20-year-old dude, first of all, just talking about all the dates you've taken her on, you're fun as shit.
Right.
Okay.
I'm like, you're not giving yourself enough credit over here, buddy.
Again, I don't know too many old men who want to go do like pottery and painting and walking on the beach. Like
every weekend.
You've got energy.
Every weekend.
You're a creative person. Like that sounds very appealing, right? And she might feel like she's also still got a lot of life left, like wants to be active, wants to do fun things. And an old geezer in his 50s is not going to want to go do those things with her, right? So there could be that's very attractive. You also, your goals in your life might actually align with her goals in her life.
Right.
Right? Well, think of it this way. Coming out of a marriage, maybe she didn't explore a lot of and also raising a kid, maybe she didn't really explore a lot of the goals that she had for herself in her life. She might be starting a different career. She might be like wanting to learn new things, expand a little bit. And a young man in his 20s is kind of all about expansion.
Right.
There's
growth.
A lot. Yeah, exactly.
If you're in a 13-year relationship and you're kind of stagnated, the best thing that you're going to think of is jumping in the deep end if you've been playing in the kiddie pool for 13 years.
Exactly.
Grass is always greener situation.
Yeah. So there really could be some good like energetic and personality things about the two of you that line up. Now, the thing I want you to think about is, what are you doing by being with this woman?
Right.
Right? Because you said, I haven't had kids. This is my first relationship. So are you wanting to have kids at some point? You may or may not know. Okay. But the point at which you realize I do want to have kids, this might not be the partner for you.
Well, she's already got a kid.
Right.
So you're also throwing another thing in there. If you don't want to have kids, there's already a kid.
But the kid is in their 20s.
It's still a kid. I
understand, but it's not like he's going to really do a lot of heavy stepdaddy lifting.
And honestly, it's the best situation.
That's kind of nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. As long as you don't try to bang the daughter, you'll be fine.
Don't even.
Yeah, God, no.
Sorry, that's an occupational hazard. We hear a lot of crazy stories, so every now and then, right?
No, that's fair. Yeah.
That's fair. But I think number one, don't sell yourself short. Like
it sounds like you have a lot to bring to the table, Scott.
But being in his 20s, he may not realize. Let's all be honest, right?
Sure. Who did?
Who yeah, knew? And also. Love you, but not having had a girlfriend before, you might not have a lot of confidence. So not only do you maybe not know the good things about you, you may not have confidence that somebody would be attracted to those good things either. Because for guys, a lot of times, having had a past relationship is like evidence that I am actually good and acceptable.
True.
Right? So you may still have questions like that going on that may or may not have anything to do with her treatment. Okay. So here's what I would tell you, or what I would tell any guy dating anybody, or anybody dating anybody. You need to focus on, how do I feel with her? How does she make me feel? What is the flow like in the relationship? Do I feel respected? Do I feel heard? Do I feel like somewhat of an equal to her? Does she value the things that I bring? Like all of those questions about what, like disregard the numbers, disregard who says what about whatever, and just ask yourself, what does it feel like being in that relationship with that person? And is it what I really want? And then you go along until you realize, okay, well, this isn't what I want. And that's kind of what anybody does. And then, you choose something different if that's what happens. If not, if it's still what you want, you just keep going ad infinitum.
Right. If you don't have hard boundaries that are pressing up against hers, you're going to get to learn about boundaries and what boundaries you have and what boundaries you don't have.
And maybe being with her, could help you reflect on where you want to go in your life and what you want out of your life. That's one of the benefits also for young men to be with older women.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of benefits.
There's a Seiko, there's a lot of benefits.
There's a lot of benefits.
But not the least among those is any wisdom that she may have or any support that she can give you.
Right.
And a guy in his 20s, might need a little direction, a little help. That's not bad.
The problem I'm going to have for you and you're going to have at the end of your relationship is that you're going to start, if it doesn't go forward and you go back to dating women your own age, it's going to be very difficult for you to have become accustomed to that maturity and that kind of level and bring that back in. Yeah. You're essentially taking a step back 5 or 10 years. That can be...
Also sex.
Also the sex. Yeah.
Because a woman in her 40s knows every nook and cranny of everything.
And you're 25 and you can keep up. She's going to take advantage of it.
And you're going to get a hell of an education, son. Yep. So
yeah, you will benefit a lot of things out of this.
That's right.
401k contributions. It's fantastic.
That's right.
She'll teach you.
And she will too.
Yep.
So, yeah. And thinking that somebody may benefit from being in a relationship with you is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, we should be able to benefit from being in a relationship with partners. They should add to our lives, not take from them. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're all right.
Sweet. Thank you guys. That makes me feel a lot better. I'm going to sit and reflect on it.
Okay. Good deal. Well,
great.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling, Scott. That was great.
Thanks, guys.
Right,
you have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
What was the problem?
So what's wrong here?
I got distracted. He was just like, I don't know why she wants me. I'm like,
basically.
That's a good question to ask. Why does she want you?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You're 25. You have a young back. You can still go hiking. You don't complain about your feet hurting.
You don't fart and shit the bed.
You've learned that you should not fart or shit the bed.
At least I hope not.
ED are 2 letters that you have no idea what that means. There's so many reasons.
It's so bad.
Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
The boundless enthusiasm of a 20-year-old
eagerness
dude.
to please. Your frontal lobe is just developed and you're finally having this conversations.
Oh, first sexual partner too.
No, he didn't say first sexual partner.
He said no
he said first
girlfriends.
relationship. Yeah, he might have.
Maybe.
He might have. I mean, it's 25. If he made it that far, that's crazy. And that is.
It's not that unheard of.
No way. No way.
It's not
25 to 41. Oh, no. You're going to jump into a 41-year-old as your first? Oh, you're never going to leave her.
Stranger things have happened.
You're never going to leave her.
Well, that may be true.
I mean, you might once, and then you'll immediately go back.
Mommy!
Once you see what's out there. Once you have to start paying the bill and you're not splitting it, you'll go back.
Oh, that's probably another question that he has. Like, why would you want to be with me? Because, like, I'm not the breadwinner or something. That might be a thing to do.
Totally, but
But again, that's based on that idea of, like, what do you want to be wanted for?
So this is how I explain it. I'm going to give a gap so we can cut this out if we don't want to keep this.
Okay.
This is how I explain it to people. Between the ages of 35 and 45 right now is a massive population of men.
Mm-hmm.
Those men finally have decent jobs, have slightly gotten their things together, as the same as 25-year-old women, and they are, for the most part, either divorced or single or overworked or whatever it is.
Okay.
From what I've seen, there's a possibility that 35, 50-year-old men are looking for 30.
Yeah.
Say 30. 21 to
Being
40-year-olds.
kind, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Being kind, because that's what they do. And so now we have a whole generation of Gen X women
Yeah.
that are also getting out of marriages, not because they wanted to, like, they didn't want their partner. They just didn't want to live that life for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
So now they have an emotional drain, a physical drain, a financial drain that is gone.
Yep.
And so now they're in a place where they're ready to do the things that they didn't get to do, but they can't necessarily go to someone that is on their level,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find someone, especially someone who's kept themselves up,
Sure.
is still actively on an upward trajectory versus a stagnation. But 35 and 45-year-old men are there.
Yeah.
And 35 to 45-year-old men in the generation that I'm in have started making money, but not enough to support both.
Yeah. True.
We don't have the income we used to have in the 1980s. We can't actually have stay-at-home moms. We can't have all the things.
It's rare.
It's rare. So it's really hard also when you're in that bracket to find somebody who is kind of in that level as well.
Yeah.
So we have 50-year-olds taking from that pot.
Yep.
25 and under, 20 to 35-year-old women
Yep.
don't make enough money, have the most home ownership. We're throwing this out there. The greatest college degrees, the most home ownership ever in a generation of Americans that are getting their shit together, and the men aren't keeping up.
Yeah, true.
So now they're looking for somebody, not somebody who will pay their bills. It's not even that, because they have that freedom now. They can make that choice. They want someone that's not going to spend their money.
I've heard older men say that they want someone they can impress.
Right, someone they can pay for.
Yeah.
But you don't hear that from millennials. I haven't heard any of my friends say, I want someone I can impress. No,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that if we go to dinner and I don't have the money, like, we're not washing dishes.
We're
like,
gonna be
that's
fine.
the bare minimum kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's a very interesting time and a very interesting dynamic for especially older women to start shooting down.
Look, here's the thing. It's way more prevalent than anybody wants to talk about. Like this trope of, men just go for younger women. Okay, fine. But it's an equal trope that older women are going for younger men.
But I think it's smarter I think it's smarter for the older women to go for younger men.
Yeah.
Older men, what are you doing with 25-year-olds? You can't keep up. You couldn't keep up with a 40-year-old.
I know. But nobody ever wants to talk about it because, like, we're supposed to hate ourselves and believe we're just, like, washed up and hit the wall and all that kind of crap.
Well, it's because they're all jacked up on HGH and testosterone boosters everywhere. I mean, it's just... It is what it is.
Society benefits when we hate ourselves. Men or women, either one, doesn't matter. Society benefits.
I don't think we can afford to hate ourselves for very much longer.
I don't know, man.
I mean...
There's 8-year-olds buying skincare at Sephora.
Oh, yeah. And there's like teenagers getting like faces done. Like, that's crazy.
Big time. Yeah.
Crazy.
Have you seen the plastic surgery subreddits on Reddit?
No.
Like, I'm ugly. What should I get done? Should I get this? Or like, there's young kids posting photos of themselves to going like, should I get a buccal fat removal or like what? Like, yeah.
I mean, does money just not exist for them? They're just like,
I don't know. I don't know where these people are coming up with this.
Should I get a nose job? Be like, you mean a $10,000 nose job?
Yeah.
You're welcome to it if you have $10,000 sitting around.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
If you just want to throw away some money.
That's how you do it.
But yeah, it's wild. Whether it's plastic surgery, cosmetics, gym memberships, whatever, like if we hate ourselves, society goes around and around. That's also why women are taught to compete. It's built upon self-hatred.
Ugh.
And
yeah,
so
because if you guys put it all together, we would be screwed.
I have to push someone else down to feel good about myself. That's the only way.
Absolutely.
Right?
Make myself small so someone else can shine.
That's why my favorite saying is like, if we all take up more space, everything gets better. Like in relationships and stuff, like if you just start taking up more space in a healthy relationship.
And that applies for guys too.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have boundaries and you're not expressing those boundaries.
Do you know how many times I've had to tell guys like what you're doing in your relationship? That's where my No More Mr. Nice Guy course is coming from.
Nice.
Like what they're doing. You're in this relationship like this little cactus, just sitting in the corner of the room, just trying to take little sips of air. Like, I'm fine. I don't need anything. Don't worry about me.
Please don't leave.
And you're not happy at all. Some people think that if they're just unobtrusive and nice, that they'll get good treatment. And that's not happening. And then there's oftentimes this like rage that builds up, but I can't do anything with it because I'm a nice guy. It's like, it's so rough.
So does that translate over to like the alpha male movement?
Yeah.
Like they just have so much like nice guy energy that it like manifests into this like red pill situation.
No, I don't know about all that. No, that they don't really tip that way, but it's a fundamental question that we all have is like, how do we feel confident about ourselves and how do we feel safe? And the nice guy thing is a way of answering confident and safe because I can people please and then I get good responses from people. I keep relationships.
Right. But then you're setting the expectation that you're not putting any kind of communication into it. So when you don't get what you want,
that's okay.
Then you get angry.
No, that's okay.
And you build a resentment and you hold on to it forever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I don't let it out.
No.
So
as long as I never
fine.
act on it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, but then like the red pill stuff, I'll say I have seen a remarkable number of married men, like in the middle of their marriage, start turning to red pill ideology and screw up their entire relationship. And it's sad. And a lot of times it's because there's been some kind of shift in the power differential, like she's gone back to work after having kids or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so he feels like, okay, I'm not the one holding all the cards. And then it'll go to that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. You remember the girl that shaved all of her hair off on TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah. She had just returned to work after being a stay-at-home mom.
And so he was being terrible at home.
And so guess what? Yeah. And so now it becomes, I have to like emotionally manipulate you, make you feel bad about your like bodily freedom and everything. And I have to refocus it on, you have to please me to the point where she was wearing a wig in the house when he was around.
Yeah, that's crazy. In her own house.
In her own house.
It's not like she has an apartment to go to. Like,
and I wonder what the kids were thinking of that, you know, because they had two small kids. Like when they see mommy just slapping on a wig to just be around daddy.
You probably thought it was fun.
Like that's, what a terrible example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all comes, is this all stemming from insecurity of these men? Like just underperforming men?
Yeah. Not that there's anything real to it. Right. They could be performing fine.
It's just how they feel.
Yeah.
They feel like they're not getting what they were getting.
Yes. Comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're comparing yourself to what you think everybody else should be getting or what I should be getting or the way she should be treating me to validate the way that I think I should feel, then that's where that kind of comes from.
Can't you guys just be validated by the fact that somebody wants you? Like that is...
No, it's not enough.
Once you figure that out, how rare it is that somebody's actually interested in you and cares, like you will appreciate that so much more.
Well, there are a lot of people who do, and they keep their relationships.
Yeah, they're the ones that are married for 50 years, right?
That's right.
That's how that works. They're the ones who don't get divorced.
Let's talk supplements for a second. I get asked about this constantly, and there's really only one company that I trust, Private Room Supplements. Bliss is my favorite go-to for women. It's a well-researched, science-backed supplement formula designed to support women's sexual health, libido, and satisfaction. This superior ingredient cocktail enhances blood flow, balances hormones, reduces stress, and improves overall sexual functioning. There's just nothing out there on the market that even compares to it. Use code BLISS at the link below for 15% off. Okay, so what was today's theme then?
Today's theme was changes in relationships.
Okay, I could see that. This felt like this was very much like, you know, like I thought it was going to go one way and it totally went another.
Changes.
Yeah.
Like just fact.
Like big old different. Yeah.
Chris had me all on guard. I was about to call CPS.
I know. That was kind of sad. And they still live together.
Oof.
Yeah. And 4 years.
How are you going to get away? I hope they don't have kids.
I honestly hope they can talk through that one because that's a lot.
Chris, if you come across or do anything big in the future,
give us an update.
Give us an update. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be it for us. We're releasing these episodes every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
So we're going to start saying, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
All right. So big thanks to all of our guests today. If you have any questions or stories you'd like to share on the show, please call at 682-422-7732. That is 682-422-7732, or email us at hello@betweensessionspodcast.com. Please give us a subscribe, like, and follow on all social media platforms, even YouTube. Come on.
Tell your friends.
Check out the website to get on the mailing list to stay updated for any local special events. And as always, big thanks to our sponsors, Ritual Hair Co. in Dallas and Private Room Supplements for all your sexual wellness needs.
Wow, wow.
All right, so I'll see you next session. All right, now get out.